Hey everyone, it's Brian and Jeff with WorkshopAddict.com. Today we're going to take a look at Makita's 18V X2 or 36V LXT brushless rear handle 7¼ inch circular saw, model number XSR01Z. Now this is a rear handle saw and it looks like a worm drive saw, but it's not.
But for you guys that are used to using a worm drive, it's going to be very comfortable and very familiar to you.
So we're going to quickly go through some specs, we're going to walk through the saw, and then we'll go through our use and what we feel about the saw. The saw has a depth of cut of 2 9/16 inches at 90 degrees, so you're clear for a single cut on 3X lumber, at 1 3/4 inches at 45 degrees and 1 1/2 inches at 53 degrees.
The saw has an overall length of 17.5 inches. It's roughly 12.5 pounds with the batteries in it, and RPM is 5,100. The shoe, the blade guard, and the motor housing are all made out of magnesium, which makes it very strong and lightweight. The blade adjustment is real easy to see with the black inlaid on the marking. Your cut lines on the front also have the black inlay. Unfortunately, the bevel does not have any accents with the black inlay. It's still fairly simple to read. It does have a preset stop at 22.5, 45, and 53 degree for your bevel. The bevel stops make it very simple. Say you're going to cut a 45 degree. Simply turn the switch to 45, unlock it, turn it over, relock.
A lot of people really like Raptor hooks on circular saws, and Makita added a nice one. You just flip it up, get it out of the way to access the batteries. And these batteries are a little slippery and not over easily to get out, but they're not hard to get out and in. It would be a little bit easier if there was some texture to the bottom of the battery. If you're used to using a worm drive saw, you'll find that this rear handle is very familiar. The safety on the top is ambidextrous, so it'll work from either side. If you're right or left-handed, you'll find it very comfortable. The rubber overmold is nice, and there is a lanyard loop at the bottom if you want to use it. Changing the blade is very simple. Just below the front handle is your arbor lock. You push that in, and then there is a 13mm bolt here that holds in the blade. Remove that, and the blade is a standard 5/8 inch arbor.
The saw is equipped with a blade brake. On the top of the saw is the fuel gauge. Very simple, push one button, it gives you the reading for both batteries.
This saw requires 2 batteries to be in it to be used, so you have to have some sort of charge in both batteries. In this case, if one battery goes dead and one is fully charged, the saw will not work. While testing out this saw, we used Makita's dual port rapid charger. This charger charges both batteries at the same time. It'll charge 2 5.0 amp hour batteries in 45 minutes. It has a fan system on the inside to keep the batteries cool, not only after use, but while you're charging it. And there's also a USB port on the front, so you can charge any of your phones or tablets. To us, it's very clear that any contractor out there who is currently using a worm drive saw can now switch over to the Makita rear handle saw, cut the cord, have all the power they need, all the features that they're used to, and all the comfort factor that they want.
I agree with you 100%. Although this is not a worm drive saw, it has all the features, all the feel, and all the power of one. I mean, you get 560 cuts on a 2x4.
Runtime is something that we did not get into, because when you have a company who does runtime, we don't know the amount of time they did between cuts. We ran through in our testing and just pushed it. We wanted to say, what can we do without this saw cutting out? What can we do without a thermal timeout? And we did not have a single thermal timeout. We had a couple stoppage of the saw when we were cutting really
and that might have been blade bindage because I was getting close to the end. I wasn't supporting it.
But at the same point, we wanted to push this farther and farther and say, what can we do with it? And this passed every test that we put it through with flying colors.
Me personally, I'm a worm drive guy, and this will replace my worm drive.
No doubt. If you are on a job site and you're worried about battery runtime, you can charge these 2 batteries if you needed to on a lunchtime. You could have 2 extra batteries sitting around. I don't think you could get through these 2 batteries in one day. I think it would be pretty tough.
Yeah.
You'd have to have somebody simply cutting, constant. The runtime in this saw is amazing. The brushless motor is very powerful. And the only thing that they could possibly add to it that would make it a little bit better is some black markings on the bevel adjustment so you could see it a little more clearly.
But in all actuality, your bevel adjustment, it's not a common thing on a circular saw where you need those. I think all in all, it's an excellent saw.
So stop by workshopaddict.com. Make sure you follow us on social media. Also, give us a like in this video and subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of different giveaways. We have a lot of different tool reviews and a lot of different tool projects and different woodworking projects out there. Thanks for your time, guys. Have a great day.